I think that was that was a positive sign with him. I wouldn't be surprised if they give him the opportunity again, and be interesting to see once again because the Saints don't have the third down back. That's Marcus Murphy was supposedly to give us an opportunity there with that particular situation. I would not be surprised. Well, anything would surprise me, but I would certainly take a harder look at Daniel Lasco at that particular position. He's got all the qualities you need to have in a third down back. Probably is not as experienced as he needs to be in the in pass protection, especially. So that's something that is important to the running backs, that they get their pass protection responsibilities exactly right. But the Saints need to discover or make or change their strategy in third downs, because that third down back position has certainly not been effective. And Kobe Fleener's got to be a player.
Oh Lord, can we see a Kobe Fleener?
And when another team doesn't offer a guy something, then you know the red flag should be going. Two things you shouldn't do. Number one, you shouldn't trade with the New England Patriots. Patriots got two starters out of the trade for Von Bell. Okay, I went back and looked. Their starting left guard is the guy that they got for Von Bell, and they've got he's the guy at wide receiver who started 1 out of 2 games. So they've got two. They got 2 guys. One solid starter at left guard that's going to be a really good player. He has played the left guard as a rookie for the New England Patriots, and has played every single offensive snap in 2 games. So you don't trade with the Patriots, and then you got to try to figure out why a club that has 2 tight ends decided to keep the other one and left one available to you. But Fleener's got to find ways to get Fleener involved, and please don't throw the ball to Brandon Coleman down the field on third down. Outside the numbers, do not throw it to him. All right, you got 3 other guys that are better.
Oh my God.
The one time he was effective, he hooked up over the middle. He was facing Drew Brees and made a play out of it. But please don't throw back shoulder throws to Brandon Coleman or jump balls to Brandon Coleman anymore. Stop it. That doesn't work.
Okay, coach is on the roll. Hey, Deuce, one last thing, man, and we're going to go into our final predictions for the week. Atlanta's defense has given up 8 touchdown drives of 75 yards or more. They have also had 4 3-and-outs. They've only been able to put on their opponents, and they have forced just 9 punts for the year thus far. Looking at this stat here and listening to Coach and the defensive woes Atlanta has, do you think this is the time where Kobe Fleener will shine?
Well, I think from a statistics standpoint, if you look how the Falcons have done against tight ends this year, this should be the game that Kobe Fleener gets 80 yards and a touchdown. But will he? I haven't seen anything to lead me to believe he will. But here's why. I talked about it last night on my show. There's one play that defines the Saints tight end. Every tight end we've had under Sean Payton has run this play and has run it successfully that started. So that's Jimmy Graham, Josh Hill, Ben Watson, even Jeremy Shockey. And it's what Coach Gruden, when he does these big games, calls the sluggo seam. Mm-hmm. It's a slant and go. Outside split in, usually Marcus Colston, this time it's Michael Thomas. We ran this play Sunday. You have your outside receiver. He slants in about 5-10 yards, then goes out towards the pylon. That's your slant. And then your go is your tight end runs straight up the seam. It's a go. All you got to do is run about 20 yards and turn your head around. Kobe Fleener ran about 20 yards, slowed down, turned his head around.
I couldn't understand. I could not understand it.
If you miss that play, if any play you know in the Saints playbook is a tight end, that's the play he missed it, I've lost hope.
I could not understand why he slowed down. He hesitated. You saw that he kind of like hesitated, then he kept on like, and he didn't go full speed afterward.
Run a straight line. That's it.
Yeah, man. Oh my God. We're praying for you, Kobe. We're praying. All right.
We're going to have to get holy oil for Kobe. He's going to need more than prayer. We've got to fast for him.
Okay, guys. All right. So let's get down to it. Professor, any last thoughts about this in the Saints?
No,
and
I don't have nothing.
You got nothing.
I don't see nothing. Win or lose, I don't see nothing. All I can say is that there is no scheme to the Saints that you can predict with them now. Because we said if they win the turnover battle, they might win. Well, throw that out the window. We said, well, if the offense goes out and shows out, they've lost that way. We said, well, if the defense show up, they kept them out of the end zone, no touchdown, they still lost. I don't know what the dynamics are with the Saints right now and what's going on with this team. I don't even want to predict nothing.
Well, the only consistent thing that we have seen is that if there's a kicking snafu, it will happen with the Saints, right?
And that's what scares me, because once again, the one thing that comes to mind is that Will Lutz will have to be a factor again in this game. I'm not saying the game is going to be close, but this area of the New Orleans Saints is a leaky situation with this area, and it goes back to you made the decision to switch out these kickers for a rookie kicker that has a problem in some ways with his trajectory and getting his balls and stuff in the right, position with his kicks and what have you. And it's not the only reason why they're losing, but when you're losing points and you're not getting points, these points are coming back at the end of these tight games to being a difference maker, and that's a problem. And at the same time, I still go back to what I said. This team is 14-28, regardless of everything that we've discussed. The bottom line is this falls back on Mickey Loomis and Sean Payton. You are not producing. You are not able to convey. You are not able to win at this time. We are in an era now where we're only winning 36% of our games. That's all we're winning right now over the last 3 years. And this trend started at the halfway mark of the 2013 season. You've got to figure this out. I don't know any NFL coach that stays in the job, and that's counting preseason. So when I'm giving you those numbers, I don't know any NFL coach that stays in a job and your record is 14-28.
Right. Okay. All right, guys. Let's start with you, BB. What's your prediction for the game?
I'm going to go 35-24 Saints.
All right, 35-24.
And one thing, just off of what the professor said, if you guys didn't know this, Will Lutz, 63% at Georgia State in his collegiate career.
What? Now, see, that's crazy. Why would you? See, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Okay.
You fell for the okie doke from John Harbaugh. That's what he did.
Okay. Remy, what's your prediction? Nostradamus? Remy Damas?
Yeah, Remy Damas is, and as y'all know, I can't be responsible for anything I say as Remy Damas. That's an alter ego. I can't control what comes out of Remy Damas's mouth. But I'm predicting a 10-point win by the Saints, probably like a 37-27 victory, and one of the Saints' touchdowns will be a blocked punt for a field goal. For a touchdown, we're going to make that a tradition in the Dome. That's a Saints-Falcons tradition now, a blocked punt for a touchdown.
This is Remy Damas.
In the Superdome.
Let it out.
Okay.
That's Remy Damas. That's Remy Damas saying that now. I don't even know what he's saying back now.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we're just going to let that go. Deuce, what's your prediction, Doc?
I've got 35-24. I think no matter how bad the Saints have played at times, it's a game on primetime football, and it's going to be an emotional game. And I can't, in recent memory, think of this team losing when emotions are that high. So I think they come through.
Okay. All right.
Amen.
And Coach.
Y'all are scaring me, not only picking the Saints, but picking the Saints by scoring in the 30s.
That is feeling me, because that's what I was saying, the same thing. I'm having to completely retool my vision. I know Remy just had a vision. I'm not getting the same vision. I think that I don't know if they'll have a blocked punt, but that's certainly been a key to beating the Falcons. The Saints the last several years have been successful against the Falcons. Let's hope maybe for an interception. Let's try to get something there. They've got to confuse Matt Ryan and have him make some errors. You got to hope that Julio Jones's injury will limit him a little bit and keep him from dominating the Saints secondary. The Saints have got to continue to tackle as well as they certainly showed last week. That was very encouraging. But since y'all have the Saints scoring in the 30s, I'm going the Saints in the 20s. That they could win on a Will Lutz field goal late in the game. God, talk about this vision being completely warped. 27-24.
Oh, Lord, sound like you've been talking to Remy Damas, Coach.
I think I'm seeing the same doctor that P.J. Williams is. I don't have bleeding on my brain, but I've probably got a lot of fluid.
Okay. All right. And Professor, your prediction, sir.
There is no prediction. I'm just going to take my slot in time and tell Rev Deuce how much he blessed me last night, and to go out there, people, and check out my man. Unbelievable. I told Kyle today, Rev, that whoever does the Emmys for internet shows, that he needs to submit that show. I was literally, I'll be honest, I was in tears listening to an unbelievable candid. As you guys know, Deuce is a minister as well as myself. And to hear your candidate and to switch that program from sports and to give a candid perspective on race relationships, the depths of your heart, my man. I had told Kyle that I have to call you sometime this week and talk to you privately, because it's unbelievable. And I told Kyle he needs to submit that show up for whatever the awards are for internet shows, because you and Brian, unbelievable. So thank you, sir. I love you, my man, and I just appreciate you. And I'll be calling you privately to talk to you about some other things, man. But thank you so much, Rev, for what you did last night, and you're pouring out from the depths of your heart, and your candidness and your honesty. And most importantly to the listeners, he went to the scriptures. He went to the Bible, and he went to the scriptures. He didn't go with what he thinks. He didn't go with what he believed. He went to the scriptures and everything that he stated. And it was an honest, candid discussion that challenged all people. Because I say this, and I'm going to say this now. God does not want us getting caught up in color. He does not want us getting us caught up in the color of somebody's skin. I am visually impaired. I don't see colors and all that very clearly all the time and stuff. So I try to tell people, you don't need to get caught up in skin colors. We need to learn to love and come together and understand what some people are going through. And Deuce, I thank you as my brother and a Caucasian brother that you were candid and honest enough and transparent to all listeners. So for any of you that want to give him any backlash, you're going to have to come through me and trying to get to him. Because he was honest and he was real. And I just thank you, man. Because my life was tremendously blessed and touched by everything that you stated on last night, my man.
Yeah, great show. Professor, still, what's your prediction?
I told you. I don't have no prediction.
Okay, who's going to win?
I don't have nothing. The Saints, to me right now, I'm just being honest, I cannot trust the Saints. I just know that they are not playing well in that Superdome.
Okay. All right, good. Well, it's time for the Saints to man up, and it's time for them to be able to bring home a win